Okay, welcome back to the tutorial. In this video, we go straight to analyze the data in two-way ANOVA. Okay, so while analyzing data in two-way ANOVA using SPSS, there is no option for two-way. If we go to our analyze, go to compare means we don't have two-way ANOVA here. Okay, so to analyze samples or data collected in two-way form, okay, with two independent variables, we simply analyze two-way by one way. Okay, what does that mean? We analyze each particular independent variable, keeping the other one constant, and then analyzing the other one, keeping the other one constant. Okay, we'll see that as we proceed in the video here. But there are some software that you can add the two and analyze it at the same time. Okay, but for SPSS, we analyze two way by what? By one way. Okay, so we'll go to what? One way ANOVA. Okay, this is what I have. I have my season here and I have my distances here. These are the two independent variables I have here, and then these are my dependent variables. So in this particular first one, I'm going to use my season as my what? My factor, okay, as my independent variable, and the rest as my dependent. Then in my second analysis, I'll keep the season constant and then use my distances as my what? My analysis, okay? My independent variable. So here I'll use season, I'll hit here, then season will enter here. I'll highlight the remaining one by holding down the shift and use the down arrow, and then I will send it here. Okay, these are my dependent variables, and this season now is my independent variable. Remember, I have two, so I'll simply keep this particular one here constant. Okay, and then take season to be my what? Independent variable here. Then in the second analysis, I will now keep season constant and use distance as my independent variable. So I'll go to contrast. My contrast is fine, so I will continue. I'll go to my post hoc. In the post hoc, to be able to interpret my data, I will need what? LSD and what? Duncan. You can use several other tables here to make your interpretation, but most analysis are done under what? LSD and what? Duncan. So I'll simply hit on what? On continue. Okay, then I'll go to my options. I will need descriptive table for my analysis, okay, to be able to interpret some of my results. So if you need any other form of table here, you can click, or even the mean plot, you can click. Okay, just select it there. So descriptive is fine for me, so I'll just click on what? Continue. And then bootstrap. Bootstrap is okay. I don't have to change anything here, so I'll just hit on continue. So I am done with this, so I'll simply hit on what? Okay. If I hit on OK, it has what? It has generated result for me. This is my descriptive, okay, and this is my what? This is with respect to what? Season, like I mentioned, okay. This is with respect to what? The seasons, okay. This is what I have. This is the ANOVA, okay, and the rest, okay. So I will go back to the same result again, to the same table, okay. This is the same table. I have analyzed with respect to what? Season. So I'll go back to the same table, go to analyze. This time around, I'm keeping season constant and then analyzing with what? Respect to the distances. So I'll go to one way ANOVA. Okay, then I will hit on this season here. Just tap on it. This arrow will change. Okay, look at it. If I tap on it, this arrow will change. So I'll just push it back. It will come here. Then I'll tap on distance and I'll hit it here. Okay, and distance have entered here. Okay, these ones are still okay. I'll check my values here. This one is okay. I'll continue. I'll check my post hoc. LSD and Duncan is fine. I'll continue. Then I'll check my option. Descriptive is okay. I'll continue. I'll check my bootstrap. It's fine for me, so I'll continue it. So this is what I have. These are my dependent variable, and this is now distance. So I'm now keeping season constant here. If I hit OK, the result will be generated. Okay, the same thing applies to what? Animal model. If you're working with animal model, maybe you're treating groups with respect to sex. Also, you have up to 3 groups, and you also have 2 sex, maybe male and female. Okay, you're administering your extract according to the groups and also according to their sexes, then you will now have two what independent variable, which is what your group and your sex or your gender, okay, as the case may be. So in this particular case here, I'm going to click on what OK. So this result will be generated. So once I click on OK, it will generate a result for me, and it has automatically placed the result under the first analysis I did. Okay, this is the first analysis, this is where it ended. Okay, this is the first analysis, this is where it ended. Then this is the second analysis that has begun here. Okay, if I scroll down, this is it. Okay, this is it. Depending on the nature of what you are, for instance, in the first one I just analyzed season, which is dry and rainy season, so I didn't have much of all this table. Okay, but when I analyze with respect to the distances, I had up to 4 different distances, so you expect more table and more values also depending on the data generated. So this is what I have. Then our previous video have been able to explain the interpretation, but I can still say here that from what I have here, the significant difference for the season, when I analyze with respect to season, is showing me that all these are not significant, telling you that it doesn't vary with respect to season. Okay, telling you that when you weigh it at rainy or dry season, it's still the same effect that the two produce. Okay, this is just from my own judgment. Okay, your own research, you must analyze it to know what it's all about. Don't say because you just had this. No, you analyze your own result and see what your data and see what the result is looking like. So from this, I can see that my analysis, the effect of fluid gases, okay, in an industrialized city upon the soil component doesn't have to depend on the season, whether dry or rainy season. There is no significant difference, meaning what is happening in dry season is the same thing that is happening in rainy season. But when I analyze with respect to when I move to the second one, which is the distance now, as the second independent, I discovered that there is significant difference. There is significant difference when the SIG value is less than or equal to 0.05. By this, I know that the composition or the concentration of the soil component at the fluid site or around the industrialized area is far different than when compared to the control. That's what this significant difference is telling you. So as a result, the industrialized city has effect on the soil component. More of the interpretation of the result have been discussed in a different video. So go watch the video on interpretation of result and get more information there. Thank you and see you in our next video.